Fortnite is the biggest game on the planet right now. Even if you don't play games that much, you've probably seen a Fortnite clip or two on social media and heard about its meteoric rise. But beyond being super popular, the game is also incredibly important to the future of the industry. Fortnite is impacting how modern video games get developed, how they get popular, stay relevant, and make money. What you might not know about Fortnite is that it's been cooking for a while, years in fact. The game was announced way back in 2011. And when it finally launched last summer, it didn't even include the Battle Royale mode that has made it so popular. The developer, Epic Games, saw a big opportunity to capitalize on a trend set by the game PUBG, and so it iterated quickly and released a version of Fortnite that pitted 100 people against one another in a big, sprawling environment. The result is that now, Fortnite is played by tens of millions of people and it makes a fortune for Epic every month. In April, the game made $300 million. That's more than the new Avengers movie made in its opening weekend. This game has gotten so big that some people in the industry think Fortnite may become a generation-defining title. Think something like Minecraft. So what makes Fortnite special? Why is it so successful and popular, and why are people spending so much money on it? If you play a lot of games, like me, you're probably hooked on Fortnite. And like me, maybe you've spent a little bit of real money on the game. Or maybe a lot of real money. Well, in Fortnite, most of the money that you spend is spent on accessories like costumes and hang gliders and pickaxes that don't help you do any better at the game, but they do help you stand out on the battlefield. You can make yourself look like a swamp monster or a disco dancer or even Keanu Reeves from John Wick. You can also spend money on what are called emotes, which is just industry speak for really silly dance moves. Epic is particularly good at designing new emotes. They're always pulling from new memes and encouraging the community to even submit their own. But where Epic was really smart was in creating a system for players to unlock some of these items without spending any real money. They do this by borrowing a lot from role-playing games, where you use XP to level up and you complete challenges to progress. It's essentially a system that rewards players for investing more time. Epic is always adding new and wild stuff to the game for free, like jetpacks and shopping carts and new experimental game modes that keep it fresh every week. Lately, they've been going even further by crafting elaborate storylines for Fortnite, like the meteor crash that happened last month, that give players lots of narratives to invest in and talk about online. So sure, the game is done really well, people love it. But does that mean that every game in the future is just going to be a reskin of Fortnite? No. There's always going to be room for those big franchise games that come out once every few years and really make waves, like Zelda, Grand Theft Auto, or the new God of War. But because Fortnite is so popular, it's hard to imagine the best bits of it won't be copied by gaming's biggest players. The ingredients were all there, and Epic was just the first one to do it well. They didn't set out to make the biggest game in the world, but they did anyway, because they were willing to take risks and evolve. Just as Fortnite came out of nowhere last fall and surprised everybody, some new game or concept might do the same to Fortnite. The Battle Royale genre won't be the hot new thing forever. And game design nowadays is all about copying, iterating, and finding a new way to do something better.